It's on them to prove that they've got something. For NiP, they already know they're good at it.
Yeah.
They're good. You never get too scared in that situation because they could watch the game and say, they're really bad here. Oh, there's a tell. Oh, we can push in this position. Oh my God, they suck so bad. But when you get to the server with them, everyone's got a plan until they get hit, okay? They don't know what it's like to go face-to-face with Brolin. To have to take mid-control from Hampus. He doesn't just give it to you.
All right, folks, it's live. If you had told the Ninjas camp at the start of the day that they only had to play 2 best-of-1s on Ancient to give themselves a multitude of chances at Legends, I think that would be one of the biggest smiles I've ever seen on Hampus's head.
Yes.
Let's see if the BNE.GJ50 squad can pull it off. Bad news, Eagles.
Good job, 50.
We got Rez inside Donut. We got Bomb floating outside A. Rygon dead. Insta headshot from Rez. Clean as can be. Meanwhile, Synopsy still just kind of feathering outside of the B site. Showed a little skin. That's going to keep 3 of the Ninjas on that side of the map. And middle seems susceptible, but they're going to surpass the mid-cross and get a little bit closer towards B. Very curious what the Bad News Eagles can offer us versus NiP on this map. I feel like they have chosen an uphill battle. And Brolin with the dual Berettas pushes his way into the caves for 2 frags. Leaves center and GXX left. They're both going to come up from the ramp. They're met by a whole lot of CT force. Center sent back into his death. It is Rez in from mid and a clean pistol sweep for the NiP team.
They're kind of picking up where they're left off. And, you know, right now, the rhetoric around Ancient is about the CT side snowballing, having a huge lead. T's not needing that many rounds. It's kind of one of the only maps right now where I feel like that's a consistent feature. And yeah, the facts are it's just pistol round is one of the easiest ones to win. So this is where maybe it doesn't feel so good. But they know it's always possible, and they can work hard for these T rounds.
Rygon tried to get aggressive there. There's a little bit of timing if they're able to just force their way out A main, but no armor, and Rez, the rifleman that he is, sprays away for 3. Easy pickups from those M4s. Hampus comes in, wants a little bit of the action.
Right.
NiP 2-0.
When I think of the M4 A1S, I think of Rez.
Really? That's the first person who comes to mind?
It's one of the top 5.
That's fair.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, definitely put him in there.
Yep. He doesn't switch off. I don't think he switches off.
He's consistent.
He's on.
You know what you're getting with Rez.
Yes. He's not a flip-flopper like the Na'Vi guys.
No.
They go back and forth like a palm tree in the wind.
Ooh. Very illustrative, Launders.
Thank you.
Brolin in a Ninjas jersey. Very cool. They said if you want to be the best team in Sweden, then you have to have the best player in Sweden.
Man. I mean, when you put it that way.
High praise.
Yeah. Well, it just makes sense.
But he's got Rygon very close to him. Oh, the Thomas gets the better of it. And it's not just Brolin on one side of the smoke, it's the Plopski on the other. And another smoke at the door. That's going to suddenly take the wind out of the sails of the Bad News Eagles. Wanflaw True tries to get out from A main. Shows himself somewhat. That's going to take Rez and Esatag's attention. But meanwhile, there's not really much going on. We get this walkout from GXX in mid. Oh, but he gets caught by Hampus and Red. So separate duels in middle, a peek on the A site, an attempt to get around that smoke B. You know, there's 3 separate individual moves from the Bad News Eagles this round, and none of them go their way.
You don't simply get mid from Hampus. He's kind of like Donkey Kong when he's rolling the barrels and you're Mario at the bottom and you have to jump over all the barrels to get to him at the top.
Okay.
But you know how it's really hard in that game?
Yes.
It's like that to get to mid with Hampus. He's spamming the smokes. He's throwing nades at you.
Okay.
He's out-lurking you. You can't scale when he can do it by himself.
I see the analogy.
Yeah, so Hampus is like Donkey Kong.
And top mid is also literally a ramp. So
yeah,
visually speaking, you're onto something.
Yeah, it's right there. He's the Donkey Kong of mid-ancient. Oh, they give their best shot. They keep the 2 AKs. Kind of awkward here because Synopsy doesn't have money. Wait.
He saved. 3 saves.
3 saves, but he saved just a Deagle, right?
Deagle and Kevlar.
Maybe should have gone to die.
Hindsight 2020.
Yep.
This is looking quick. Fast boost on box. There's contact there from Plopski. This mid player, though, he's so smoked off. We've already got Hampus clambering over those boxes. Excellent flashback from Plopski. Sets up Brolin very well. His frag grenade lands on Rygon. Esatag able to lock in the mid control, and they got everything they wanted from the Bad News Eagles.
Yeah, that's it. They won bottom B control real easily. Nice
Just countered.
nades.
Just so countered.
Yeah. Every little bit goes their way.
And that's that right there, okay? That is the round that those are the kinds of rounds that I'm envisioning when I think, oh, you're gonna challenge NiP on Ancient?
It was brave. It was bold. I mean, it was provocative. It got the people going.
They're all excited. Frothing at the mouths. As the Bad News Eagles silently walk around. Oh, they're silent on one side. A little bit of noise actually opens up a kill. Synopsy getting Brolin through the smoke is something to work with. We have no flank, but Plopski finds the head of GXX. 39 health in the 1v3. And a flashbang lands right in front of him. In terms of utility, there's still an incendiary. That would be Esatag to have to throw it. Instead, he completely blinds Synopsy. And now the peek comes deep from sight, and the retake's good. A little fumble inside of that. You know, you fail your boost, you take a shot to the head. I believe they say shit happens.
Shit happens sometimes. Don't fail your boosts.
NiP gonna go ahead and still win that round with an easy retake, 4 consecutive for the defense.
It got very scary for a second, but yeah. Before that, it was just crushing that below, all the way pushing down outside beat. I mean, it's hard to get control of this, but you would rather take the fights there. Honestly, if you're on T side, just got to be aware of it. There's just so many advantages for the CTs in this position. The deep CT smoke that keeps getting thrown right out of spawn as well.
Not able to get past.
Yeah, they use this to run to mid. They actually get a great AG off.
So fast.
Wow.
I mean, it could have gone better, but at the same time, it's what they wanted.
Hey, I mean, they win mid. It's 1 for 1. They took a little bit more damage than they probably like to, but
Big A play.
yeah, there's a
Rez,
timing.
so crisp.
Doesn't know one crossed, however.
Yeah, that should be the trade back. So there's still a little life left on this one as Rez gets attacked from the side. GXX gonna try and really leverage this timing. Wastes 0 seconds going deep into the temple. Plopski's gonna rotate in, but oh, GXX, he kind of gives him a warning sign by shooting too soon. And Esatag's op turns around to clear him from that bomb site. Man advantage established by NiP. There is this walkout through mid. Bomb itself is stopped on main. And maybe Synopsy gets this back into control because the bomb could just run B for free. But if Synopsy with only 10 health dies towards CT spawn, then it's NiP right back in control. And he could have just locked in that spot. He could have just sat there and waited, especially with the bomb leaving. Instead, he offers the kill back, and Juanfla True is just in an awful position.
They didn't know, well, he didn't know that everyone rotated, right?
No.
So that's the only thing. So he might have felt like he needed to do a bit more to help secure the B site. And Juanfla will be able to plant at least if he... No, maybe not. He's just going to get crouch swung upon 5 rounds in a row for NiP real easily. And a bit of indecision on that lurk. When they traded out Rez, they got into a good spot, but they jumped up, and I don't know if his finger got a bit heavy.
Yeah, or he heard Plopski running in.
He might have tried to like perfect pre-fire that, yeah.
Yep.
I think GXX, he could have done one of 2 things and just sat there and took the fight, or you know, crossed back and not crossed again, but he kind of just assumed Donut was wide open for that entire time.
Now an unfortunate spot for the Bad News Eagles. They'll be down into the armored pistols. I will say I did like that quick sprint past the caves last round where they threw that perfect deep T-nade. There was a little life, you know, I definitely see the identity in these rounds, but oh, Rez! As he's falling off of Hampus's head. Everything going swimmingly. Rygod's going to try and pressure top mid deep to the CT spawn. Essetag can just tuck back. He knows that he's surrounded. Nice Deagle headshot, but that's all she wrote for the Eagles in this 7th. We'll move forward. 6-0 for NiP.
I feel like NiP are just they're quite happy with the style of play right now coming out of Bad News Eagles. Every single attempt in the opening round to take control of something or go for a rush, to find themselves in pretty strong spots. So, okay, let's see if they can come up with anything new. I think the most compelling thing they did was routing, around B to get to mid.
Yes.
Actually, looks like they're doing something similar right now. They'll even smoke into cave. I don't know if they're pushing this. They'll eat some util in response. Brolin having to take the fight. I think the Molotov covered him quite well.
Yeah, easy pickup there for the CT side. GXX, of course, was smoked out bottom middle, so instead he doubles back and comes and joins his forces outside B. Op posted for that long peek. Plopski's going to have to be cautious if it comes to fighting inside sight. So 3 ramp, 1 cave for the Bad News Eagles. Oh, GXX waiting and waiting, and then I feel like when Plopski finally goes to take a peek, it's a grenade in the hands of the Opper.
Bad smoke on the ramp.
Tons of CTs here now. They're going to go ahead and just take this fight right to Synopsy. Good headshot from him, killing Brolin. That's a bomb site under the wraps of Bad News Eagles. This time the boost does go well, and the spray is almost enough to stop that plant. We've got a post plant here, a little bit of life. But when Flotro tries to push in, Plopski gets center finished off through smoke. Here's that flank from Rez, catching the other Opper. Now they're locking horns 1v1. And that, unfortunately for Synopsy, means he is so outnumbered inside the site. GXX tries to turn his attention back. He just lost his teammate, and now he's looking for an evacuation route.
Run.
This stick comes through with ease.
Yeah.
As it's 7 straight for NiP.
He'll be happy to take the op and get out of there. That one's tough. They try to flash through their smoke, and, I think on the B site, you don't feel comfortable with just a plant down. If your retakes are so possible on that side of the map, I think it makes sense why they tried to push for a little bit more, but NiP once again quite ready. I mean, everything looks so solid right now from NiP. It's hard to see where Bad News Eagles can find an advantage. And I think it's specifically the simplistic style Bad News Eagles that NiP are just happy to fight right now. Very few kills between the Bad News Eagles players at this point in the game. And they'll take attack to talk about things, but I don't mind them trying to keep it simple and look for the 5v4 as quickly as they can, whether it's running through some utility to get to mid, just to catch Hampus off guard, or get the cave to catch Brolin off guard. I think those kinds of ideas are probably better than playing a really, really slow, drawn-out round based on map control to its finality, because NiP are going to be better than them. But right now, I don't really know what they could do better, unfortunately. They seem relatively outclassed here.
That's a nice opening kill.
Wow, I mean, he does both. He gets a player out of pocket and push outside B.
We see Plopski pushing within the cave, so this is actually going to be a good test for Essetag. Insta headshot on the first face. Goes into the fire, into the smoke. Very awkward for Essetag, so yeah, I don't blame him for ejecting backwards. And of course, Plopski can easily come back from caves because there's no contest anywhere else. 3 players trying to force their way up ramp, but I mean, this op just holds the exact same line for 2 kills already. Bombs thrown to the sidelines.
Uh-oh.
Such a tough position, but Juan Flotro's able to get 1.
All the nades came up. At least the
They
A
leave,
side is
yeah.
open, yeah. So the rotations are kind of awkward here for the CT side, because now they're probably pretty clear that there is some kind of lurk going on. Wow, they're sticking outside the pocket of the B push on top of it. Plopski, has he made any noise? He seems quite aware of this position.
Wow.
And wow, Rez, speak of awareness.
Game sense.
And they have any utility.
He suspected the risk.
Oh, man.
How does GXX cross here, dude? When Flotro is able to come in through middle, but now he's so far removed from all this. 10 seconds to spare. He's just gonna have to sprint into this bomb site and hope to get kills, but Rez is sharp. 14 14-1.
Wow, he's 14-1.
Rez is 14-1.
He's 14-1.
That's wild.
That was probably the weakest attempt so far. I mean, Esatag really, I mean, he had 2 open shots there and, you know, no flashes. They ran out of nades. They made this big rotation, but they haven't been able to make that big rotation and also smoke the rotators off or get their lurk off successfully to catch a rotator, which should be the easy part because they have such an advantage, you know, with the CTs having to come back. But now, are they going to run through this? They're taking some damage here, but they have the sight, so.
Well, starting to get a little more aggressive, changing up that tempo. Plopski and Happis going to end it as quick as it starts. Oh, desperate Tech 9 spam. Not going to happen. GXX, his second kill so far this map in a 1 versus 5 turned 1v4. No bomb control, no teammates, no chance.
Are you going to say it?
Nope.
Nope. I'm not going to say it.
Okay, but even alluding to it, like you didn't say it, but you alluded to it.
What did I allude to?
You know what you alluded to.
What are you talking about? Stop gaslighting me. I didn't know. I don't even know what you're talking.
You know what you're alluding to.
Who knows what the outcome of the game will be?
It is currently 9-0.
It's 9-0 right now.
Hard stop.
I mean, they have to play more rounds.
Maybe only 7 more.
What are you implying?
That the rounds may be limited.
Yeah.
To 7.
Ancient's hard.
It is incredible. I mean, especially T-side.
Yeah.
Ancient T-sides are...
It's just hard. That's why it's it's hard to even figure out like how much. Ugh. Okay.
Rez, little combat opping, right in the groin. Happis tucked behind box. And we do get the boost up. Juan.
Oh!
Nice couple of headshots. Rez is going to take him down as he soared forward.
Man, what a shot from Rez. That would have been comfortably them in the sight. 3-on-3. Lurk through mid. They're watching it, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell?
No. They're more thinking about Temple. Oh, Synopsy!
Oh!
That is so clean. He just smacks Plopski, and we've got A site open.
Man, Rez can't even go for this.
He's going for. I told you. You
What were you
alluded
saying?
to it.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
It.
What were you saying?
You alluded to the 16-0, and now it's not going to happen. This is your fault.
There might only be 7 more rounds.
This is your fault, dude. You brought it up.
Whatever, dude.
Damn you, Launders. Damn you.
This is a good thing. You didn't want them to get around?
No, you know what?
So.
Don't, you know what nice shot, GXX. Honestly, the boost up, Synopsy. That second headshot.
Man.
That second headshot. Ooh.
That was such a weird situation where they were like watching.
Roland's worried about Temple, not
Roland
flank.
was worried about Temple when I think they had some. Didn't they have someone in there?
No, Rez was towards Donut.
Oh, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense then. That he was looking in a weird spot. Wow.
Insta snap, dude. Instantly.
Nasty. Good entries too. First one's the hardest. It's mental barrier. You really jinxed it, man.
Okay, don't you dare, but you alluded to it. You weren't supposed to say anything. It's okay. Bad News Eagles will be thanking you.
Yeah?
See if they can continue with this success, all right? It's 1.
Hey, look, they're playing different now a little bit, just playing it slow. The resmoke is probably something they didn't anticipate here, but it does come with giving the CTs all this space. I think, yeah, no pressure on mid, right? So CTs are really chilling here. But they're going to give it their best shot anyways. And the bomb is over towards A. This is a fake, but how much are they committing in this spot? That's the question.
Plopski just ate that flash.
3 are running up.
Oh, nobody's watching him. Plopski's about to spray the ball in the back. Roland's going to draw their attention.
But it's a fake. Oh, they're still watching. Rez on the other side of the map drops the bomb first thing.
He's got cement in his shoes. Flash in front of the box, just trying to get out of here. It's an op fight. Oh, and Rez is going to land that. Plopski, he got a kill on the flank and just let them double back. Dude, It's like he Homer Simpsons into the hedges. Just becomes a part of the walls.
Yeah.
Synopsy's going to be tucked down in the bottom of middle. 1v3 attempt, 8 seconds. Nothing he can do to stop this because Rez is an opping god.
I know. Since when is Rez just opping?
19-2.
Yeah, he's hitting everything. It's kind of crazy. I really want to look at those grenades because I feel like that was like a brand new strat. I've never seen someone do that before, where they fake in that way with 2 walking outs, with a 3 monster or the 3 banana exec, and they managed to keep all 3 players alive even though the CTs have deep banana control. They only got killed kind of falling back. I just wanted to know how it would play out in its ideal form if they would have gone through CT spawn or tried to back out through banana like they did and just couldn't make it happen.
Oh man. Trying to strong arm their way through middle. Good spam damage from Hampus. That's 2 players tagged up. Rez sweeps one of them away. And now they're going to get kind of stagnant at those boxes with Brolin, who has been breathing down their neck almost every round on this B site. And if it's not Brolin, then we saw it last round with Plopski.
Yeah.
Throwing himself into all these little cubbies. Bad News Eagles have not been given any space to breathe. Yet at the minute 15 mark, with 2 players tagged up to half, they've at least got caves to work with. Synopsy trying to just play contact on A site. Brolin going to be caught with grenades in his hand, but doesn't even die. He drops the smoke and survives.
That's wild. And then they eat nades.
Oh.
They're trying to go for a boost here.
Poor center. Down to 7. Brolin gets flashed into that. Oh no!
Oh no! Juan Flatro kills his teammate.
A team kill makes things awkward. Hampus now inside of that smoke gets killed from atop the box.
Bomb is shown, and he starts to run back out, and they have mid control, so this is what can shake up the rotations a tiny bit. Donut's getting overtaken, but it's just like, do you want to go into Rez right now? Oh, yeah, you do.
He misses.
Synopsy is nuts. Yeah, he finally misses a shot. Can you believe it? History was made. Rez misses. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yo, Essa tag. Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, the price he should pay.
Yo, shout out to Synopsy, man. His rifle work has been impeccable.
So a second round here for the Bad News Eagles, even despite a team kill.
Despite a team kill. That's true.
And they took so much damage as well trying to get into that site, get into caves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was a lucky shot because the flash looked very potent as they pushed through. But that could have been, NiP grabbing 2 kills. But maybe they didn't need to flash retake it.
I genuinely didn't know you could stand behind that tree.
Terrorists win.
I've just never thought about it, so I don't really have anything to add.
Yeah, catch me saving there every time, though. Just looked like it was out of the map.
Just be like Shaq behind the tree. Man, I really want to believe that that right now it's really just comes down to. Oh my God. Okay, so he was very blind, and they were, I guess, smartly playing anti-flash with the other player.
Oh man. Oops.
Well, that's a good round to win.
Yeah. Would have been a very tough pill to swallow had they lost.
How do you get a pink super light?
They just came out.
Really?
They just came out. Yeah, Banks ordered one to the studio.
I want.
Yeah.
Damn, I want one.
Yeah, they just came out.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, how do you get pink eye?
I know how to get pink eye.
Okay. I didn't want to have to tell you.
Just fart on your pillow.
Okay. Stay away from my room. Nades go deep down mid. GXX. More often than not, he's getting smoked off this angle. Isn't really able to disrupt anything within mid, but right now nobody even crosses his path. Brolin back to his B site shenanigans. He's reloading right in that smoke, and they wasted no time getting out A main. So I feel like this timing here could actually screw with Rez. They go for the boost. When Flatro is locked in here, Rez is, oh, he sees the shadow. Yep, shadow advantage here.
Man, that's an enormous advantage. Oh, I didn't even realize that.
And obviously, Hampus is going to rotate in on high alert.
And he's going to find this.
Yeah. Oh, but there's still a good piece of cover. Rez, nice.
Woo.
Clean kill, doubles down. A1S working wonderfully.
He's melting him.
GXX still no answer with the op. Waiting for the peek, had a chance and missed it. And now they're smoked off as everybody starts to arrive. They push out through that donut smoke, and it is the end of Synopsy. Rez having a field day, brother. 23-3.
It's kind of unfortunate they go up against this Rez right now.
Only 13 rounds into the game. That is nearly 2 kills every single round of the half so far.
And guess what? The round isn't even over. And they're coming towards him.
I love this angle.
Oh, that's so... Yeah, that Scrawny loves that angle.
That's my favorite one. It's so good. They never expect you to be jumped up on that sign. And there's no way for them to get out without you seeing it unless they crouch up close, but only rats do that. So GXX now screwed over as his team falls all around him. He'll have 8 seconds to hang on to this AWP, and Rez goes deeper. 25 kills in 13 rounds.
Dude, he's farming, man. This guy, man, ever since he burned his foot, he's become a mutant.
What the hell is going on? That's 3 kills with 1 magazine.
Keep going. He's been opping, M4 A1S'ing, and AKing. What's next?
This one should be easy. Bad News Eagles coming into it with patterns. Single AK on one Flotro. Pistols surrounding him. No utility for the T side, barring Synopsy's single flash and a smoke. He's trying to press up in middle. They're going to go for the boost on box, and there are 2 CTs actually coming down right now. That's an easy pickup here for Plopski. He's going to get that next contact. Only kill so far going the way of the Eagles is Synopsy's Deagle on Hampus in mid.
These team kills.
Awkward. Little Tech 9 spam comes through that wall. Rez still alive, looking to rack up them stats.
Few low players as Rez starts hunting, so if they go too slowly, he'll be on their tail, but they're quite close to the site now. Seems like they're trying to wait for some rotations to come through. And Rez just slowly confirming that, yes, the rest of the T's are here.
Insanity.
They kind of have to let him get these kills, right?
Good teammates would.
Oh, the bomb is going to get caught crossing if he's on a bad timing. But, oh, Rez is on the other side of the box, playing it really slow.
Yeah. Taking all the time he needs. They're just setting the booby trap within this site. Let him have that plant. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Smoke fades. Plopski shaves one off. These T's still press close up. Rez, easy execution on center. Synopsy's going to be inside of this corner smoke. That's not a bad first one, but he's not able to 180
Holy
fast
hell.
enough, and Rez keeps the ball rolling.
He's 27-3. What's the HLTV rating on that?
I can't even imagine. Let me go digging.
That's going to be close to a 3.0 rating, I think.
Holy hell.
Very unfortunate. They've been. It's hard. It's just hard to figure out. You know, it's them. They are also playing well. The Bad News Eagles definitely. I think they started out a little bit weak. And Rez is in God mode all at the same time. Like I think all these conditions are just happening simultaneously.
Yeah. Perfect storm for the ninjas in pajamas. Wallbangs from Brolin off the mark. I mean, there are so many ninjas swarming around this B site, but they actually peel off of middle, so the numbers will be thinned on both sides, in fact. Brolin finding the headshot to GXX. Cheeky kill. Plopski, he lets a player go past, shoots one Flotro in the back. Brolin still within those caves. He is the troll that just ends this every step of the way. Center will answer, at the very least, with a single kill here in round 15. 3 T-side rounds, best case scenario for the Bad News Eagles, and it's going to have to come in from a 1 versus 4. This is a masterclass of a CT side.
It indeed is. It indeed is. Now, they aren't the bar. They aren't the bar, so that's the unfortunate part, is that it wasn't the best T side either. There were definitely some real issues there. overly simplistic. Yeah, just not enough layers, inadequate responses, not really the aim to keep up. So that was just the very hardest version of NiP to go up against. And hey, listen, they're the ones who wanted Ancient, so they left it in. They needed to be prepared for it, and they really weren't on the same level. The bright side is CT side coming up.
Rez will end the half 27-3 with 149.9 ADR and a 100% KAST.
Oh, he did something every time.
That is an S-tier CT side from Rez. From your A-site player.
From your A-site player.
27-3.
Now your A-site player doesn't have an excuse.
Oh, that's a problem because I'm that guy. I'm going to watch this demo twice. NiP will have an easy dealing of the Bad News Eagles if they can just win this pistol, but they're already man down. Cave's held by Synopsy. Hides in the corner with those Berettas. Nice headshot from center.
Oh!
Pistol
Headshot.
wall bang.
And a body shot. That's
Not
crazy.
every day you get yourselves one of those.
That
The
was-
2v5 attempt begins inside this B site. We've already got the flank from Synopsy at the base of the ramp, and these T's are going to get grinded, or they're supposed to be. Plopski with a little bit of life left in him to survive for the Bad News Eagles. And if, like you said, CT side. okay?
CT side.
T side Ancient is a fickle mistress.
It sucks. And you know who sucks on T side? NiP.
Really?
Always.
They suck.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Well, not when we
This is
compare.
strong language.
Okay, I'm going to be mean, but not when you compare them to every team in the world,
Ah.
but when you compare them to teams that they play against.
Okay.
So
This could be the lifeline,
it
folks.
could be.
It's either the last time you have to watch NiP on the last time you see NiP play Ancient at this RMR,
Yes.
or
Or
the best comeback you've ever seen from the Bad News Eagles. There's no team at this event that's watching this game right now and goes, I think we could have taken them.
yeah. No, this is like a 15-1 odds situation.
Yeah.
And the one very thin silver lining is the pistol round on CT side. But the buy is pretty healthy here from the T side. Oh no, Synopsy goes down. He was their multi-fragger. He was their guy. Oh, they're gonna peek it dry?
Yeah,
That
there's
might-
a lot of T's here, dude. They can find them with their nades out. That'd be perfect. But now, on Flatro's locked into this gunfight. Plopski, he knows he's got another up close. Center's able to trade efficiently. We get a little bit of cave pressure here from Brolin. Tag attempts to come up from that ramp. Flash goes into it. He's locked into this 1v1. Shots just over the side of it. Gun going dry, and Tag will get his chance at a clutch. But there is no time wasted from GXX. Attacks down the flank and keeps the hopes of the Eagles alive.
They're soaring. Can you do an eagle noise? That was pretty good. Don't do it again. Almost did it again. I thought when Synopsy was dead, I didn't believe anymore.
I can understand why.
I was a little worried there. But look who's broke now. It's the ninjas. Oh my goodness. That was meaty.
Bro. One Flatro holds back Brolin. Plopski gonna try with his pistol, but that's a USP wallbang headshot. Cha-ching. Flash on the lane. And what's left of the ninjas is very split up all across the map. Rez is a noob.
Okay.
Said no one ever. Nice headshot.
Yeah.
Keeps this one clean. Minimizes
Well,
those losses.
They baited the attention away from Tag. And now the clutch begins. 26 health. Oh, They just avoided this target. I didn't voice crack.
Get him. No pistol kill back for Ninjas in Pajamas. That's an 8-round lead. And an 8-round lead on the CT side of Ancient,
That's like nothing.
that doesn't seem too insurmountable.
No, I mean, I would rather be Bad News Eagles right now.
That seems like an exaggeration.
I mean,
You might be.
all I
think
did
you're
was
lying.
challenge the exact same thing that you said. I just put it differently and you got worried.
It was your delivery.
Yeah.
And suddenly, NiP have a delivery of weapons. A box of Kalashnikovs.
They tried B, they tried mid, now they try A.
Synopsy looking to kill Happus here in mid. The A players actually come up towards Donut. This is
They're walking all the way, aren't they? Oh, they're just walking.
good call.
Oh,
good
they're just
call.
going for a stroll, and no, Donut is not even. Okay, they're starting to peel back. They're getting a little bit worried.
A leisurely
The lurks are coming out. They're running out through Temple. Synopsy, will he see this?
walk in the park. 3 right there. Synopsy. He's got fire on his feet. Can't take anybody with him. Happus with the quick kill. Raygon. Oh, they line up for him. And he gets back through that smoke.
They let him live.
Few more shots go through it. Rez is going to push up close. Plopski insta headshot on GXX, who tries to come around that corner. Now these Ts have an advantage, and they don't need many rounds. Flotro comes out from Temple, gets an answer. There's another one off the back of the FAMAS. Now Center's into the mix, and Brolin, he is nowhere to be found.
He's on a lurk.
They're so worried about it, but Center actually doubles back. Brolin's thinking about the site, gets that headshot. Defuse coming through, and the Eagles soar forward with at least a 6.
Let's go. They actually pulled it off. The communication was so rough there from Ninjas. As they flew out of Temple, like, by himself, and nobody watched it. They let him go. And a couple of very clean kills, and they just made it so chaotic. I think it was Juan Flotro who came out first.
From Temple with the
Yeah,
FAMAS.
and then the guy wrapping around default just, like, didn't have that calm at all.
Oh, Ninjas, they almost just walked across the finish line.
That was close. They left Donut alive.
So sneaky. So sneaky, but the Bad News Eagles, oh man, that's such a heart-thumping situation for them.
That's one of the hardest rounds they're going to have to play, you know what I mean? Like, you lose the A site totally, you lose the opening kill. If they can do that, sky's the limit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this CT side has a pulse. Rez, dead.
Dead.
Clean as a whistle. And an immediate readjustment here as that smoke lands top mid. We've got a commitment inside Donut and a second player back within the A site. Rygon's going to play this very safe. Oh, gets shot at though. Everybody kind of posturing against one another. We've got 2 players from the CT side within this B site, and they just keep putting these smokes down on ramp. 45 seconds. Bomb on the exterior of the B site. Counter-terrorists on A getting a little bit antsy. Moving around as it looks like they're hoping to get aggressive. And if the S attacks caught with a nade, bomb dropped. Plopski's hoping to recover, gets one and not the second. Center now sitting atop of that bomb. Brolin's going to come in from sight with a clean trade frag, 20 seconds, and he needs to go all the way back down and grab bomb, but that's where Rygon has already locked this in. Turns his attention back towards mid. Hampus will still have a chance, albeit with 5 seconds to spare, and he forfeits. He forfeits for a 7th to the Eagles.
He can't. There's actually no chance. Wow, so that play they're making, I guess they're calling out these specific nade lineups that are coming out of NiP. They're doing it without really establishing top banana control. That smoke is still up, and as it's fading, they're hearing the jump throws of these smokes and just pushing right into them. Now, typically, you're pairing like this bottom B control with like an op or cave control or something where you can 1-2 punch it, but they're just finding a specific way in which NiP are getting just pantsed. They're getting caught with their pants down, getting ready for these executes. That was very solid. I mean, they just instantly kill Rez at the beginning of the round. Rez has more kills than any 2 other of his teammates combined.
And that one-man army,
that helps.
Not enough to put this to an end just yet.
No. Who would you rather be now?
Honestly, my heart couldn't handle being in either of these team situations.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Like, NiP, you know, they kind of start to have to accept that this is slipping.
Yeah, it's still not scary, but
Yeah.
like it kind of is.
Yeah, and that little grain of hope that's now being sown in the hearts of the Bad News Eagles, dude. Oh, I couldn't handle that.
True.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
That's stress.
They're gonna have to keep this cool.
Oh, look who's got B control now that we switch over to the CT side.
There's a lot of numbers heading to the A site. We already get this rotate in. Synopsy, he's going to be tested by these pistols. Peeks out perfectly, but doesn't actually get away with any kills. Frag grenade could be huge. That's decent damage on top of it. Tries to get back, and that is not an escape for him. But it is a chance for NiP to just pull the brake and walk back.
Well, nice, like the re-aggression. I mean, just calling this out. Even if they only had pistols and they were still there, be worth a check. And they, all the while, they've kind of kept on the mid control. So they're not really getting caught off guard by any lurks.
So many corners to clear, though.
Yeah.
Incendiaries?
Now they do have an AK on Brolin. Oh, yes, and the AK is the one to get the kill. Hampus is also here with an AK to support. And even though there's still, like, you know, some kind of advantage here for Bad News Eagles between their op and some utility. It's a 5v3, and they're pushing this op.
Oh, GXX. Oh, my God. Oh, he gets
What
the
the-
second
Oh
and
my
a kill onto Brolin. That's actually huge. That is almost more than you can ask for.
What?
Wygon pushes his push down onto Hampus. That corner with an op, but Hampus with bomb works his way to this B site. This is a huge moment.
Yeah. They'll hear this bomb get planted. Enough time to go anywhere, and Hampus is trying to listen.
This could be a turning point.
Yeah, and Riggin is walking. He has a flash. He doesn't have a smoke on him. So he could just try to stick it out in the open, depending on what he thinks Hampus is going to try to do. And yeah,
He's sticking it.
He's giving it a shot.
All the way?
He's
No.
calling it. Yeah,
No.
that's it. I honestly, oh my God. Oh my God. You know,
All of that tension
oh man. You
for
know,
a 5-second stick.
okay. I don't want to take credit while I'm casting, okay, but like I just said he could stick it while it's out in the open, because sometimes people make this play where they go through cave and they walk all the way around to banana, and even though Hampus wasn't doing that, he was so far away.
He stuck it. Hampus just got outgamed. Hampus asleep at the wheel. And the Bad News Eagles gonna try to again kick up this tempo. Hampus, though, he wins his fight versus Synopsy in middle. That's a 5 versus 3 and another problematic round for the Bad News Eagles. This comeback, it's starting to broil, but it's also still so far away despite NiP being that close. 3 rounds from victory on Ancient.
Oh man, this is a weird one. Oh, CT's not winning that. T's not either. 3 players from NiP are so incredibly low.
And none of their players are beyond, basically, the edges of their spawn. They've got nobody through the door on B site.
Yeah, they're waiting.
And everybody by big box outside mid.
I think it makes sense for NiP, and I think also, you know, Bad News Eagles have to take into account that they've done a significant amount of damage here. Well, this is interesting. I mean, we're going late into mid. I don't know. It feels like NiP could totally still end A or B. They have, of course, a lurker outside of B, but yeah, they're walking up past Donut, and it's a heavy stack towards this side of the map, man.
Dude, if center follows them into Donut.
It's 30 seconds, and Brolin is now walking into B. He's going to see no one in a second, but will there be enough time to turn back?
They made the call. This is the perfect call. It's not a second kill. Rygon, he hears everything, and just like GXX last round, he needs to do it on his own. There's the bomb. Oh, he peeks, but he can't get to.
Oh my God.
Plopski dodging bullets inside sight will give NiP 14.
Jesus, he had no health too. That would have been really scary. Now there's still 2 more players left up from NiP in that position, but they went right into the stack. They went right into the stack, and there was a chance that that could have all fallen apart. That was very close, but instead we have NiP on 14.
And the Bad News Eagles are on pistols.
Oh, they're broke. Oh, they were just resting on that round win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dream feels dead. Ninjas with such a masterclass in that first half that they basically guaranteed themselves the win. And despite the best efforts of the Bad News Eagles, this is the worst spot they've been in yet.
You know, we oversold the hell out of that, but it was way more fun.
Yes, 100%.
I had this, I actually believed.
Thank you guys for believing with us.
Yeah, I actually believed for a second there.
And snap back to reality, 16-8.
Yeah, yeah. They're going to listen to the cast after and go, what the hell game? What game were they watching, mate?
It was fun while it lasted.
Yes.
Through Red Room they'll go.
Oh, yeah.
No hold here offered from the CT side. Nice smoke as well to block off any back lane B players.
Oh, yeah.
The dream is dead, right?
I mean, let's see what the Deagle can do. Donut Control gets one.
The dream is dead, I said.
I mean, here they are in Temple. Brolin catching off rotators, but gets caught out by another one.
I
Wait a
said
sec.
it's over.
Oh,
And now
my.
it is alive again. S-Attack has 15 seconds, no teammates.
What? They had such a good spot. They actually had such a good spot. I mean, there was no one in middle. They ran right through middle. The A split was perfect. They had two players there. They only had Deagles on the sites. I mean, that was the... Like, even if you had X-Ray on and you were on the T side, that was, like, the correct strategy.
Dum,
But they just got Deagled.
dum.
You can't go back to selling. I mean, we just...
I know.
Okay.
But we can all just remember how it felt for a second.
Yeah.
Because surely it's, you know, still over.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, both outcomes are in superposition of each other, so, you know, it's not wrong to say one thing will happen or the other. It's more like a 98 times out of 100, but how lucky are you today?
What a roller coaster this one's been. Not for the first half. That wasn't a roller coaster. That was a good old-fashioned whooping.
Yeah.
Ninjas, of course, probably beating themselves up a little bit, knowing how close they were to just securing an easy one. Back in the trenches. How's their bye going to look? Very good. They're healthy.
It's an awesome buy.
Plopski 21-10, so definitely adding his name to the frag distribution. 51 frags between him and Rez. That's crazy. 24 rounds deep.
Outstanding.
2 away from victory on Ancient and the 2-0. So Ninjas then having a good chance at locking in Legends and an almost undeniable chance at getting to the Antwerp Major. Bangle being held, but a missed shot from S-Attack means no immediate 5v4.
It was a chance.
That was honestly good spam timing. They almost caught him. If he took just 2 steps forward, would have been a softened S-Attack.
When we've seen them when they set up grenades, the CTs have been ready to kind of push down Banana every time. Oh no, Molly missed by Plopski. Yikes, man.
Damn physics. That makes things a little awkward. We're at the 45-second mark. This B site does have quite a bit of defense on it.
Yeah, the idea was to catch any cave player from rotating out into the site with that Molly.
Smoke's going in.
I mean, they can still do it. The CTs are just way back right now.
Gotta get that boost up though. Hampus, him in middle, he could be a pain point. But he actually has 4 health now, so lucky to even be alive. And they're just gonna try to strong arm their way into this site with the smoke walls. Spray goes through from one Flautro, and GXX, 36 health. Plopski plays that close smoke. It's a one and done trade. Bomb planted in the middle. A little bit of a T-side scramble as 2 of them dive into the caves and hold for that flank. Brolin not able to pick up that kill. Synopsy with the double. Rez comes around from ramp. 2 kills back for him, and where has Hampus got off to? Another clutch situation for him, but he is so out-healthed. They're sticking this bomb, and will he let it happen twice? The wall bang's there, but he misses. And Bad News Eagles to 10.
Oh, man, they do it. They get 10. Wow, they pulled. Look how hyped they are. They pulled off the hold. They did that from rotator spots. They had some good info. The attack wasn't perfect from NiP. A fourth pause will be called here for NiP.
Fourth and final.
An update from Stream B.
Entropic 16-3 endpoint. That is endpoint.
They were mad.
Endpoint on the chopping block.
I think both those teams played these two teams, right? So I'm not sure if I have that right. Or no, yeah, Endpoint did play Ancient versus NiP.
Yeah, I think you're actually dead on.
Yeah. Damn. Well. Not a perfect attack. It wasn't a perfect attack. Not as scary as they need to be. And for some reason, Hampus doesn't feel very comfortable going for lurks like he normally would.
Normally, honestly, I would expect Hampus to kind of be up there.
He's not found his way through middle ever. No. I don't think so far this game, unless with bringing friends.
Ooh. Tag not able to get that quick pick. Oh, but it's there, and he's close. Missed shot and a push down middle. Plopski. Oh, that's a wallbang onto Juan Flatro. That was through the pocket on the lane. So they just cleared backside. This right here, these spam shots. That's the way they kick off the 5v4. Rygun's locked into the fight versus Hampus. Now the lurk does work out for the T side, and a 15th round could come with it. A patient hold outside of B. And utility being thrown over. We've got Brolin already on the close cave exit with Rez next to him. Oh, and center. He peeks right into the scope of the op. Suddenly, desperation sinking in on this B site. A perfect round from the Ninjas in Pajamas, barring Hampus just dying. And that's on the other side of the map. So all the information that NiP need to know to get 15 on the scoreboard and give themselves 5 match points after an electric CT side from the Bad News Eagles.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it was well done. They're in the default playing it slow, and I think that's where NiP are probably at their best on these T sides, is like playing pick style Counter-Strike, and they found some mistakes finally here. Capitalize on these late banana pushes as well. Love that angle from within the cave. And it looks like they finally reached that tipping point. Even if from a 12-3 scoreline, didn't think it was going to get much closer. That is Ancient for you. It is hard.
That right here.
That's big.
Yep.
It's always a risk if you start there. You know, if you're Juan Flatro in the site and you haven't taken bottom B control, it's a great spot to stand, but it's always a risk.
It's got to be a frustrating way to die when the pressure's on like this.
So players like Nexa would always kind of float into that position later on.
Sure.
Instead of playing there early.
Maybe once cave and
just
ramp are kind of
right,
taken.
right before you think the execute's coming, or mid-round 3v3 low grenades type thing. Oh, the triple boost.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's up there.
Oh, Brolin could fall victim to this, but meanwhile, almost everybody's over on the A site.
Oh, almost. Maybe.
Dude,
oh.
Brolin. There it is. And
oh, he misses. Oh, he hit him.
91 damage.
It had to be a wallbang.
And A site at this point is just open for the taking. Ninja's on high alert, but it's only a Desert Eagle inside a donut. Look at this scramble back from the CT side. We've already seen a near miraculous retake happen. Can BNE do it yet again? Juan Flatro drops the bomb. Rez is already trying to challenge within this temple. This is going to be carnage. Carnage and chaos. Juan Flatro's going to get a second. GXX's op also finds a target. Remember, Brolin tagged so early on. Tag hoping to bring this back for NiP. He flashes his counter-opper off this angle. The pistol of Synopsy will push close, and Bomb is still down in the dirt. Brolin dodging those deagle shots, as Synopsy just can't get his name on anything yet. 20 seconds to spare.
Oh, the op is here to cover Donut, and we'll see that Brolin has entered onto the site.
Tag playing in the cover. GXX nails it. Tag now, he needs to get both of these CTs out of position, and he's going to be in a crossfire.
There's one coming from Donut. There's no way he's going to expect that. He's getting hit now from both sides, and it's over. On 11th round, they pull it back. Oh, my God.
They're going to fight this every step of the way.
That's such a... I mean, they barely had anything going for them when that triple boost failed, right?
Yep.
They did some damage to Brolin, but 3 CTs had to run from the wrong site, and there was nothing here. They somehow still held with one player in Donut.
One Flotro, key piece. Last round, he gets killed hiding in that back cubby B site.
Yeah.
Not able to offer anything. This time, I mean, you saw that entire stack sprinting through CT spawn.
Yeah.
Like it was a 100-meter dash. And he just pushes through that CT smoke, gets into the cover of that sight box with MP9, drops bomb, and suddenly you see NiP realize, how do we recover this?
Yeah.
Switches to the AK, gets an additional kill as all of his pistol players are moving all around him.
Man, I feel like a team that's just even a little bit better at this point would have, basically beat NiP. With how unlikely these situations are that they're coming back into, they gotta be disappointed. 2 rounds so far in this half for NiP.
The difficulty of the T side, full display. They're gonna follow Hampus into middle. Synopsy, great angle, but he doesn't get the kill.
3 health.
Oh, Plopski, lucky to be alive. And NiP set their eyes onto this A site as the intended target. Ragan's going to be smoked off from Temple. He throws his own smoke into the bomb site, creates a little bit of ambiguity, and what Flotro's going to try to come pushing again through the exact same smoke, can't manage anything. 3 clean kills for the Ninjas in Pajamas. GXX will be peaked, and as he misses that shot, it is NiP to lock in to an incredibly strong post-plant position. They still have 2 smokes, a Molotov, and a sea of flashbangs between them. Such a sick attempt on this CT side from the Bad News Eagles, sending a message to the rest of the pack that they will not go down without a fight, but they go down nonetheless. 16-11 as Ninjas lock in the 2-0.
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, they looked good earlier. This one, an insane CT side. Actually spectacular from the perspective of everything. Individuals, aim, all their utility.